Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. I'm Cypher Sigma Screen Time, and as the video would show, yes, it is another steelbook, but it has some damage on it. So I don't have a package, so this to give some kind of background to the story of this item. So recently when I went away on holiday, because me and my wife sat by the pool for a week, I bought some books, one of them being a like Ghibli-esque, I think it's called, the book. And essentially this recommends 30 brilliant anime movies, series and stuff like this that aren't Studio Ghibli but would be from fans of anime and stuff like this. So one of them was one called Promare. I did see it. They did have a special edition on for like 25 quid on Savvy a little while ago. I put it in, I think, last year for my birthday or earlier or anniversary, but no one ever got it for me because it was on the list. So I just kind of forgot about it just because the set looked good. It was just a steel book with a few extra cards. So I'd read this book, saw it, and went, oh, that's great. Came back, did vinted. So anybody does do vinted, essentially it's quite easy online. I found a copy. They wanted about £25 for it, plus postage and stuff, which I was like, that's how much it was. Savvy, I'd rather get it cheaper. I looked, I could find the Blu-ray for £15. So I'm like, well, let's see if I can bring that down to at least £25 with postage and stuff like this, which is what I think I got it for, like £22, and then had to pay a few pound postage packaging on it. So when the item turns up again on vintage, you have 48 hours to kind of review the item and dispute any issues that you have with, or so with vinted, more or less everything I open straight away and just put in the player and check over and everything, just to make sure everything is as it is. So this is what it is. I put it in a case, so we shall take it out of the case. So this is Promare, as you can see. Let's bring it into this. As you can see from the reflections, there is a little bit of indentation here and here. It's very slight, but as you can see, there is damage on that corner, as well as like 2 indents. The back is completely unscathed, so thank goodness, as far as I can tell. And then obviously inside you have disc, you have the art, you have some art cards, which I believe is what the bonus is a few art cards which slide in there, which is handy. So on vintage, so I open this up. So first I went back to the item description. I thought it said like new. It actually said very good. When you read the description of vintage on very good, it says essentially it could have a few dings and scratches and stuff, but they have to be shown in the picture. So I went back to the picture, reviewed the pictures, and there was nothing at this top corner, and there was no signs of indents. Now indents, it's a bit hard depending on the angle of the picture to get away with it, but definitely this corner and how, like, there you can even see it's like. So yeah, so I was like, okay, they've not met what they haven't. Now when this turned up in a jiffy bag, and essentially someone had taken some pages from an anime book or magazine, ripped them up, and then just put like 3 pieces of paper there, 3 pieces of paper there, and put it in a jiffy bag. Unfortunately, I ripped all this open to try and get to the thing to see what it was, to check it over, and I played the disc and made sure that's all right. So I don't have exactly how it turned up, but it is like, so I messaged the seller, said, you've sent me this is what has happened. I didn't mention about the bag because I'm thinking, come on people, you're not, how, the people that items that are fragile or could get damaged, exactly like steelbooks, because I think this wasn't the only steelbook I had for sale. Why would you put it in a bag? On vinted, it doesn't cost you any difference. It literally is all it takes is you to find some sort of packaging, which at the end of the day, it's your own thing. So the person came back and said, no, I didn't send it like that. So I did the typical, well, I would have used the box if it was me. And they were like, yeah, I think about that now. And I'm just like, oh, people's mindsets. So they're like, well, you can either send it back or I'll give you a partial refund. So I'm like, to be honest, I'm not sending this back in and trying to get 25 quid back and all this stuff. And why do I have to go out my way because of their incompetency? So I got about 25% of the original price. I think I paid £21, £22 then posted on top. So he refunded me like £5.50. So I think I paid like £18 or £19 for it. Yes, it does have a bit of damage, but as I've said, it goes on here, it's protected, it ain't going to get any worse. I mean, on it, unfortunately, you will notice it on the shelf because it's the sideways view. But yeah, a nice addition to the collection. An anime movie I do look forward to watching, obviously, because it has been given high reviews. But yeah, just I don't know if it's me, just some incompetence. The fact that the person was more than happy to own up to the fact that they mucked up and do it. But I'm like, surely just thinking about it and going, I just need to find a box. I mean, even if they'd put bubble wrap on it and probably like a little bit of cardboard within the paper packaging, that probably would have stopped this damage happening. But they didn't even do that. I don't get people's mindsets sometimes. But anyway, have you seen this movie? I've not. Please let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. Have you had an issue like this? Again, put the comments down below. And hopefully I'm not the only one. Otherwise, I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time. This has been a new steelbook for the collection, and I should definitely see you in the next one.